Hey there, Coastal Bend meteorologist Carly Smith here. I didn't play the open, but that doesn't matter. We are going on 39 hours and counting below freezing in Beeville. It's been crazy, y'all. How are you handling the cold weather? Let me know. Yesterday we had a lot of fun chats about food we were eating, movies we were watching. Of course, we had the freezing rain yesterday. Now we no longer have the freezing rain and the snow needles. That was fun to talk about the snow needles also. A lot of great information was shared yesterday and analysis for why it was happening, what was going on. Today, I want to focus on how long we've been below freezing, when we see freezing temperatures, and the forecast past this freeze, right? What does it look like further on down the road? We've been really focusing on these 3 days, and so we do still have freezing temperatures for Wednesday morning. So another hard freeze is in store for us. I don't know why it's not showing the right now temperature, but Wednesday morning, 24 degrees, wind chill 19. Then we say, well, you're not even getting to see the graphic. There we have it. Hey, y'all. Meteorologist Carly Smith here once again. 24 the low Wednesday morning, 19 the wind chill, 7 a.m. temperature, 40s Thursday. So goodbye freezing weather. But there is another chance we see cold near freezing, possibly a freeze. I don't see a hard freeze in the forecast, but that would be Saturday morning. So let's talk about how long we have been below freezing. I was just working on this graphic, which is why I'm later than 10 o'clock to this little live Facebook. Can I drive in Corpus? Definitely. Driving conditions are great. So everybody listening, the roads are in great shape. No reports really of icy conditions coming in this morning. TxDOT cleared all of their roadways. So we're in great shape, and there will be no refreezing because there will be no more precipitation. The only way you would get slick spots is if someone lets their water sprinklers go on, or if there is a pipe that froze and it bursts later on today when we get above freezing. But I don't expect that happening until we actually really start warming up. But regardless, that would be the driving issues now and in the future that we would run into. Austin, that's a good question. I would still use the Drive Texas, but when I was looking at it this morning, I feel like the 35 or 37-35 corridor was pretty much okay. It was East Texas that was really dealing with some of the freezing temperatures and the icy conditions. So I think Austin or Robstown, it would be Austin where you would have probably the worst conditions. Roads are great down here in Robstown. Yesenia, I would definitely just check Drive Texas. DriveTexas.org will let you know if the highways are in good shape or not. They keep it updated. That's all run by TxDOT. But Robstown is definitely in great shape. So, yeah. Taking a look at, okay, this is the graphic. Let me explain it. So Sunday night, Beeville has been below freezing for 39 hours plus. I put plus because we haven't gone above freezing yet. Corpus Christi, 31 plus hours of at or below freezing temperatures. Kingsville did get above freezing yesterday afternoon. So Sunday night, it was 8 hours below freezing and then 11 hours below freezing last night. And the forecast is for 10 to 13 hours below freezing tonight. So that's what the range is for. The forecast tonight. So even Port Aransas has been in on the cold temperatures. I will say Flower Bluff made it above freezing yesterday, but Port Aransas did not. I think being more on, it was a north wind, so our winds weren't traveling across the larger body of water getting to Port Aransas, and so you are super dry, more dry than normal, and so colder than normal also up there. Padre Island probably got above freezing yesterday. I don't know if anyone has a thermometer out at Padre Island. Let me know if you made it above freezing or not for yesterday, because I would like to know that. Anyway, Port Aransas, though, did not. 30 plus hours at or below freezing and counting because we're not done. So here's our current temperature and wind chill. Wind chill, the big issue today. We are under a freeze warning and wind chill warning till noon because our temperatures are still freezing, basically. Where's the current data? I noticed that was missing. That is very strange. Sometimes this happens. Let's see. Oh, there is some maintenance going on at 1. 1 p.m. Eastern, so that should not be now. Here's our current temperatures for Refugio, Mathis, George West, Freer, Benavides. We're still in the 20s. Last I checked for Corpus, we were still in the 20s. We do have this past, well, let's see if this is working. I bet it's not. So fun, y'all. Okay, let's see. Always been the third week of January, we have freezing temps. It was February, I believe, the big freeze. But yeah. Our average first freeze, I think, is in December. Freeze. Here we go. First freeze. Yeah, the average first freeze is December 27th. That's not the hardest freeze, but the average first freeze. The latest has been March 9th. That's the latest first freeze, but we also have had 12 years with no freezes at all. So pretty interesting there. The bluff and the island make it above freezing due to the Gulf. It actually isn't the Gulf this time. It would have been Corpus Christi Bay because the winds were coming out of the north, blowing over the bay waters instead of the Gulf waters. And that's why Port Aransas is on the north side of the bay, and so they did not get above freezing. Okay, let's see. What about Rockport? How's the Harbor Bridge? Harbor Bridge is in great shape. All of our bridges are in great shape. There will be no refreezing, no worry about freezing conditions, no worry about icy conditions. Well, freezing, yes, but no worry about icy conditions because water has to get there, right? So unless somebody just like literally takes a bucket of water, I don't want to give anybody ideas, and throws it on the roads when temperatures are cold, or below freezing tonight, there will be no ice on our roadways because we will not have any precipitation. Our dew point, y'all, let's see if, I mean, the currents aren't working, so we probably won't see our current dew point. But this is crazy. Yeah, of course, the currents aren't working when I want them to. It's insanely dry. This is my forecast, Muggy meter, for today. It was 11 this morning when the current temperatures were working, and so extremely dry. And so we're not getting any moisture out of this unless our temperature was to fall to 11, which will not happen. We will not be that cold. We are sitting right around 28 last I checked, and we're still below freezing. We're expected to get above freezing after lunchtime. So here is my forecast. Let's see how it's doing because it will show the 8 a.m. temperature. So 26, 10 a.m. 30. So we're still colder than what I forecasted. So we might not get above freezing until closer to 1. But I think with the sunshine, we are going to make it easily. So by 11 o'clock, I think we will be back around 30. And then by 12 o'clock, we'll be near freezing. And then by 1, 2 o'clock, we'll be working our way into the mid to upper 30s. So it will be nice. Thanks, Flex. How long do we need to drip our faucets? So that would be this graphic. So I would keep dripping it for until noon. Then if you wanted to give your faucet a break, you could, but we definitely are going to freeze again overnight. So this would be our temperature tonight. So 24 degrees. This is our forecast across the region. So here's 1, we get above freezing. Here's when we typically have our high as kids are getting home from school. So that's why the bus is there. The bus is there for leaving school, and then it will be heading toward us for going to school. Of course, buses can't drive in the Gulf of Mexico. That's besides the point. It's just a cute little icon. So 30, the wind chill this afternoon, 38 your high. as we head into the night, will fall below freezing around 7:45. We'll have our hard freeze around 10:15. This is specifically for Corpus Christi. If you live somewhere else, take a look at the numbers. They're on the map. But everyone's pretty similar. When we get this dry air, it kind of just does everybody the same. Flower Bluff and Padre Island are the two kind of different spots. Port Aransas trending warmer tonight. We'll see. With depending on how cold those temperatures got across Aransas Bay, Copano Bay. Those sea surface temperatures have fallen. Last I checked, Packery Channel was 44. Oh my gosh, so cold. So cold stunned sea turtles, definitely a possibility now that those sea surface temperatures are at 44. So cold. But anyway, hard freeze by 10 p.m. this evening. So that's when your pipes become at risk of bursting. And we will continue to see that cold temperature through tomorrow morning until 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. we're still at that hard freeze level. It won't be till later in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock, we get out of that. So the wind chill won't be as bad tomorrow though. We've got lighter north winds. So the wind will be about 10 miles per hour tomorrow. And that's why I have the air temperature still falling into the low 20s, but the wind chill is closer to 20 instead of 10 tomorrow morning. So that will be the main difference. When do we get above freezing for a while? Check this out, y'all. So it will be safe to drive. All the roads are safe to drive. Do not go outside with the hair wet. You will get sick. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do that in the winter. But that being said, I have been known, I do surf when it's cold when I wear my wetsuit, but 44 is way too cold for me to do. So anyway, 26, the low tonight in Corpus Christi, in Corpus Christi. So that hour by hour was a little bit colder. 34, the low Friday into Saturday. So Friday into Saturday morning is when we have our next chance for freezing weather. I don't see a hard freeze in the forecast, so you won't really have to take pipe preparations the same, but pets, plants, so forth still need to be protected in those cold temperatures. Then we warm up, and as we warm up into the weekend and early next week, that is when we see rain returning. So fun. No freezing rain because we will be too warm, right? So the rain forecast goes up Sunday and Monday, and when we take a look at our future cast, 8 power outages. There have been a few power outages, but not a lot. I'm ready for spring too. I'm so ready for spring. So high pressure is why we're going to stay mostly sunny today. Then as that high pressure kind of settles over the area, our winds will calm down, but then a warm front heads our way. So Wednesday into Thursday, it's going to get warm, y'all. Wednesday, we really only get into the 50s. By Thursday, overnight, we're going to hang out in the 40s. So your high Wednesday will be about 50. We may fall briefly into the 40s Thursday morning. Then we're going to get into the 70s. So 70s return for Thursday behind this warm front. Then a cold front swings through. And we say we have a low chance for rain Thursday, but you can see most of that rain is really east of Houston. It's not even near Houston. And then we're dry, and then comes a low out of the south. So this is the low that is going to bring us our best opportunity for rainfall as we head into next week. So it looks pretty soggy potential for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And that's your extended forecast past this cold snap, right? So the only other cold day after we get through tomorrow morning is Saturday morning. Then we're much warmer. So not a whole lot else to talk about. Avoid staples and SBID. A milk truck split with milk crates on the road. And so the milk is causing slick conditions. Interesting. Thank you, Flex, for the update. How about this Friday? Friday is good to go. We will be colder with the front. A little windy, but 59 degrees for your high, so not too bad. Temperatures are going to fall Saturday morning, though, into the 30s. So that's Friday night into Saturday. And that's really all I have for y'all. Again, roads are fine. They're going to stay fine. We're not getting any more precipitation. That would cause slick conditions. And that's the weather for today. So we do get above freezing this afternoon, and then Wednesday 50s, and then Thursday 70s. So if you do wind up having pipe issues, if it doesn't stop your water and you realize it that way, you might notice leaky conditions as the pipes are thawing out heading into Thursday. So that would be a problem. Otherwise, not too bad of a weather forecast coming up once we thaw out a bit. Hope everyone has a terrific Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. I really almost said Thursday, y'all. Thank you for watching, and this is going to be it. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith. Enjoy our time together.